If you've ever heard a podcast with poor audio quality, then you know why it's absolutely imperative that you have a good mic for your podcast. That's why in this video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the all-new SHURE MV7 Podcasting Microphone. This microphone right here, well, will help you make all of your podcasting dreams come true. I'm Sebastian Rusk, and I help marketers and entrepreneurs start a podcast. SHURE MV7 Podcasting Microphone really fits all of your podcasting needs because you can plug it either into a receiver as a traditional XLR mic cable, or you can utilize the USB option that plugs directly into your computer. Very good for on-the-go stuff. XLR is more geared towards stationary, home studio, podcast studio, whatever the case may be. Let's open this bad boy up and see what's inside. All right, you ready? Let's see what's inside this box. I'm assuming it's a microphone. Now, the best thing I like about this microphone is that, well, number one, it's ready to go right out of the box. So I can literally take it out of the box like I'm doing right now, unwrap it, plug it in, and it's ready to go. That's the best part about it. So, as you can see, it's quite compact, but it's very sturdy. This isn't some lightweight little dinky mic. Shure is like the staple in the audio world regarding making microphones. They've made the Shure SM7B that you've seen on popular podcasts like Joe Rogan or Gary Vaynerchuk. Any large podcast, or popular podcast rather, is using Shure mics. Not all the time, but usually. So the fact that Shure has come out with a more affordable option, this one runs you $249 as opposed to the Shure SM7B, which will run you about $399. Now, the biggest difference is the Shure SM7B that'll run you $399 is only an XLR cable. So the only way you can connect that mic is with a traditional XLR microphone cable that would then go into a receiver like a Rodecaster or a Focusrite, Scarlett Studio, or whatever receiver you have in order to plug a mic into, and then that receiver then gets plugged into your computer via USB. This microphone has both options available, which is absolutely incredible. You can utilize the XLR capability, as you can see there, and there's also a USB capability, okay? Now, here's the biggest difference between those two. The XLR is going to be a little bit stronger of a connection from the microphone into your receiver, and it improves the sound quality a little bit better. Now, that doesn't mean you can't plug this into your computer via USB and get comparable sound quality. You most definitely can. But this microphone also comes with an app. So you can pull up the app on your computer and you can adjust the microphone settings on your computer for this microphone. However, you can only make those changes if you're plugged in via USB. You cannot make those changes. The app will not recognize the microphone if it's plugged in to the XLR cable into a receiver. It only works if you're utilizing the USB cable directly from the mic into your computer. Now, I'm going to show you a screenshot of exactly what that app looks like and how you can adjust the settings in just a minute here. But I wanted to also point out there's one more outlet available on the back of the mic, and that is for a headphone jack, okay? So if you're plugging this into your computer via USB, then the cable's going to go from here into your USB, and you're going to plug your headphones into the bottom of the mic. Now, if you're plugging this in via XLR that's going into a receiver of some sort, then your headphones are more than likely plugged into that receiver, and you wouldn't need to plug them into the microphone. I like to keep the amount of cables coming out of a microphone to the absolute minimum. I don't want a headphone jack and a microphone jack. I just want something simple, like right here, an XLR cable goes right into the back of the mic, and then the cable goes directly into my Rodecaster Pro. I'm going to do the same exact thing with this microphone. Now, the microphone you're listening to right now is a pod mic made by Rode, same company that makes the Rodecaster Pro, which I've got here in the Podcast Launch Lab studio. I love these mics. They're $99, and at the current time and date that I'm filming this video, they're sold out on Amazon. So you can get them on the Rode website. You can get them from sweetwater.com. A couple different electronic distributors are available online for you to grab this mic. Great mic. $99, already got a cloud filter built into it. But just like the Shure SM7B, while it is more affordable, the quality is there, but you can only utilize an XLR cable that goes directly from the mic into your receiver. For example, my Rodecaster Pro is the receiver that I have, and the Rodecaster then goes into my computer. I'm going to now plug this microphone in right here, and we're going to compare each. I'll have the pod mic and then the MV7 right here, and you'll be able to see the quality difference in both. There's not a lot there. In fact, this may improve the audio quality slightly, but they're both comparable mics. They both are condenser mics. You get that full, deep, condensed sound out of the microphone, and it's a professional microphone, which is the best part about it. So let's plug this thing in and see what it sounds like. Now, the only downside that I don't like is that you can't pull the app up on your computer and adjust the settings for this mic if it's plugged in via XLR and it's going directly into some sort of receiver. You must plug it in via USB. So this goes directly into the back of the microphone and then into your computer. When you're adjusting the settings for the mic, you don't necessarily need those settings when you're actually recording. So what I found is that if I plug this in, adjust the settings for the microphone, and then utilize the XLR, I'm good. I just can't adjust the settings for the microphone if it's plugged in via XLR. Not really a big deal to me. I'm utilizing the mic here in the podcast Launch Lab studio, so I've got the mic going directly into a receiver, so I don't necessarily need it. But if I took this mic elsewhere, I was at a conference, I was on the road, I was on vacation, and I knew I would be recording, and I didn't want to utilize my Blue Snowball, which I often still use. Great old school mic. I say old school, and it's a podcasting mic. Go figure. But this mic, too, goes directly into your computer via USB, and it's plug and play. Very basic microphone, but it fits in my backpack and on the go. Well, I'll more than likely be bringing this with me now. I just need to figure out a stand for it, because the stand that I have on my desk for the pod mic is a desktop stand, and, you know, I could probably do some bicep curls with this and get bumped in my arm if I really wanted to. Okay, different video. Different time. So I'm not going to be bringing this around with me. But in the event I did, let's just say I wanted to bring this to my home studio. I could bring this mic to my home studio, and I could bring the mic stand, and I could put that mic on it and plug it right into my computer, and voila, I've got a studio with quality sound in it. Now, let's go take a look at this app real quick that Shure provides you to adjust the settings, and we're going to plug this bad boy in via USB. Let's go do that. Okay, so here's the Shure Plus Motive app that you can download from the Shure website, and this allows you to go in and actually change the settings on this microphone. You have the opportunity to have auto levels that you can go in and change the presets on. You can save those. You can also manage the presets if you have them in there. If you don't, you can create them. You can mute the microphone, which for obvious explanation will turn the microphone off, at least temporarily. And you've got the monitor mix. So your monitor is exactly how you are hearing the microphone. So your headphones are plugged directly into it. So being able to adjust that accordingly will allow you to hear the monitoring of the mic according to how you actually want it. Now, this was the main selling point for me, was the mic position. Right now, I have it on far, which means I don't need to be up and close to the microphone. I could be just about this far away from the microphone, and it's still going to give me good audio quality as if I was very, very close to it. In this example, it's either far, which is right here, which is just a couple of inches away from the mic, but could be convenient, not having to constantly be on top of the mic, or the near option, which is going to mean that your mic is about a half inch away from your mouth when you're speaking into it. So it's entirely a meaning of preference, but I did like the fact that I can choose the far option here, and it's going to allow me to sit back a little bit, if you will, and still utilize this mic. You keep scrolling to the bottom, your tone, your voice tone. You either have a bright voice, you have a natural voice, or you have a dark voice. You're going to test those capabilities out, and the mic will sound different according to what setting you choose. I think that my voice would be considered bright or possibly natural, maybe even dark. So you'd have to just play around with the settings and see which one actually works the best for you on here. But this allows you to go in. You're choosing the mic on here, which there's only one mic to choose on here. You can put presets that you like. You can mute the microphone. You can change the monitor mix based on how the sound of the mic will be. And then you've got manual options in here too, where you can, again, set presets. You can choose the mic gain contingent upon how much gain you want on the mic. It's going to bring it down, or it's going to bring it back up, depending on how much gain and how much crispiness you want on the microphone. The monitor mixed, same thing. You're choosing whether or not the monitor is going to sound clear or the monitor is going to be less. Some people don't like to hear themselves talk. Some people do. But you can adjust that accordingly, and then based on what the EQ looks like. Presence boost, high pass, and presence boost. Presence boost. You've got high pass, and then you've got flat. So you can also put a limiter on there too, so the mic won't pop. So that if your voice gets to a certain volume, it won't pop the mic. So you can put the limiter on there, which will allow you to make sure that the mic is not popping. And then you've got your compression settings. So if you're looking to compress the sound very lightly, you would move it to here. If you're looking to compress the sound with a medium tone, you would choose this option. Then, of course, compressing it with a heavy tone would give you a full, deep, compressed, heavy sound to it. But this can only be utilized, this app can only be utilized while using the USB option for the mic being plugged in. So you're going to need to use the USB cord that goes into the back of the microphone and plugs directly into your computer. You pull this app up and you should be able to adjust the settings accordingly. So I think it's pretty cool that you can take a condenser mic that has the option to plug in with a traditional XLR cable or USB, and you can actually edit the settings of the mic through an application on your computer. Welcome to the future, kids. Well, I hope you're leaving this video with at least one or two things that you did not know about getting a quality podcasting microphone. But more important, I hope that you have been educated about the brand new SHURE MV7 microphone. If you're interested in picking this great microphone up, you can use the link right below in the description. You can pick one up on Amazon and they'll ship it right to your door within a reasonable time frame. If you got any questions about this video, if you got any questions about any of the videos on this channel, please leave a comment below. I do respond to each and every one of you lovely people. It is my distinct pleasure. I'm Sebastian Rusk, signing off from the podcastlaunchlab.com studio. We'll see you next time.